Hello. So, if you watched my previous 3D Blu-ray review, you'll notice that this camera, my clothes, everything, it hasn't changed. That's because I'm filming this literally straight afterwards. I ended the camera for my Bumblebee review and then pressed re-record for this one. This is a review on the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. So this was not meant to happen. Me and Alice, we were in town, I think it was yesterday. And we just decided, let's go to the cinema and watch something. And we didn't know what. And she had said that she had seen on the side of a bus that How to Train Your Dragon was in cinemas. So we checked our local, and it said it was in cinemas, and it was in 3D. So I said, well, why don't we go watch that? And she said, okay. Now, I love the original animated How to Train Your Dragon. I think the 3D is great. I'm pretty sure I've got reviews for all three films on my channel. Please go back and check them out if you haven't seen them before. Love How to Train Your Dragon, especially the franchise. I even watched the series. It's just such a fun story. But the first film is a magical, moving tale. And this live action is basically just a live action, scene for scene, word for word interpretation of it. Like, nothing changes. Like, if you watch the animated, it's literally that, but in live action, nothing's changed. And normally, I get a bit funny about stuff like this because I'm like, oh, they could at least do something different to make it its own. And in a way, they did that by casting choices. I'm not going to say much, but I'm just going to say that there's a few casting choices that they changed that were obviously the way, you know, the difference. And I love them all. I love all the casting choices. You know, Nick Frost as Gobber. Originally he was voiced by Craig Ferguson, a great Scottish comedian. I love Craig Ferguson. And Nick Frost, he did a good job. Gerard Butler comes back as Stoic, which is amazing. Now, I don't know the name of any of the child actors in this that play Hiccup and Astrid. I don't know any of their names. But I can honestly say this. Hiccup felt like Hiccup. Astrid definitely felt like Astrid. The twins were hilarious. There was one change in this live action that I applaud involving these twins. I'm not going to say what. But the film itself is literally just a scene-for-scene live-action version of the anime, and it is still brilliant. Like, and you can still enjoy it quite thoroughly as you did the original. The other thing I would have to say is, because there's actual people in it, the emotional tales told within this film, you feel more from it because you actually get to see the physical expressions of these actors, and instead of it being like, don't get me wrong, animated films can make you cry. You know, it's the voice acting, and that's more powerful in a way. The fact that a voice tone can make you cry more than a facial expression. But in the live action, you get that vocal tone and you get the facial expressions, and when you get the two combined, the performance itself is just very powerful. And I'm going to say that the dragons look incredible in this movie. Like, the way they've made them look fantastic. And when you see them in the originally animated dragons, they all look nice. But in this, they've really captivated how they would have looked in our world, and they look phenomenal. I love the way they look. So, that's just about the film and the actors. Let's get into the 3D, shall we? Ooh-hoo. Okay, according to Alice, she kept looking at me every 5 seconds throughout the film, and apparently the smile I had from the opening didn't go away until the end credits, and apparently still didn't go. It was still there. I loved it. It's letterboxed, sadly. That's a shame, but I think so is the original. However, this is not a 50-50 pop depth movie. This is I'd say about 80-20 depth pop. Now, the reason I say this is, you get a few moments where some rocks are slightly sticking out of the screen, and then it's just beautiful fish tank depth. And I love that, and I love how the film used this. However, when there's flames, when there's waters, like splashes and stuff, when there's embers, when there's smoke, it is all coming out of the screen. It's all leaking out and flying. Then you get bits where like the dragon's snouts are sticking out of the screen, or their horns, Or like Gobber's got this hammer on his hand and like he's leaning on this wall, and you see the edge of the hammer like coming over the black bars of the letterbox, and it's like it's leaning at your screen. And you know what, they did it so tastefully that it wasn't distracting. But the movie is yeah, about 80% depth, which is fine. It is fine when it is done right. All the flight sequences are stunning. So, what do I give the movie and the 3D? The movie itself, yet again, just like the original, it gets a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, whatever you want to give it. It is spot on par with the original animated. I could watch them both back to back and get the same level of enjoyment from both. So yeah, 100%. 3D, I am definitely going to give a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10. The 3D itself is visually pleasing. I mean, there wasn't a moment, like I said about my Bumblebee review, with the depth, it's not just hiccups here and then there's like this really far background. I mean, there's depth here, then there's hiccup, and then there's further depth behind. So you get this nice, like when you look at an ornament in a fish tank, you've got all this space around, and then you've got the little fish tank ornament in the center. And I love that because it brings your eyes focused onto hiccup. So everything here, and then hiccups there, and then there's like further. It draws that focus onto the character when they do that. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. So much so that as we were leaving the theatre, I said to Alice, I said, look, don't normally do this at cinemas, but I need to get something to remind me of how amazing this experience was. We were both so happy. So there's pictures of me and Alice standing next to the How to Train Your Dragon poster. Put a picture of us together standing near the poster. But then also, I got this special mug cup thing from the cinema. I had to. It's so cool. I said, look, you know, the memory's great, the experience is great, but I can't not walk out of the cinema not having that cup. So I got the cup. Definitely a beautiful movie, and the only thing I can recommend is go see it yourself in cinemas while it's still out there. Go watch it in 3D. It's the best way to view this film. And let me know down below in the comments what you thought. You know, did you enjoy the 3D? Was it not for you? Did you enjoy the film? Did you think it was, you know, as good as the original, or do you think it was worse? Do you think it was better? I'm always open to hear opinions and stuff. I know, yet again, shouting out to Tommy Boy here. I know that in his How to Train Your Dragon 2 video, by the way, I will link that in the description below. I know he said that he's going to be watching his family soon. Mate, I know we're going to get a review, but I'm just saying now before you watch it, prepare yourself for magic. Just all I'm going to say is prepare yourself for magic. And I look forward to your review, mate. I really do. And keep doing them because they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome and incredible. Anyway, that is it. You probably won't hear from me for a very long time. I am on a 3D group on Facebook. I'm one guy on there, really cool bloke. He kind of recognized my videos and, you know, he said that he really likes my content. I want to say thank you to him as well, because my channel's dead. You know, people still come across my videos now and again, but I mean, I don't upload much here anymore. It's not something I focus on that often. And I just thought that was it. But to know that there are still people out there who still watch my videos. I still get comments now and again. And just for him to kind of say that he used to watch my videos all the time and that he likes my content was really nice. I've been in a bad place for a long time. And it's nice when you get little comments like that. It really does pick up the mood. So I appreciate you. I'm not going to say your name and stuff on here, but I appreciate you. If you see this, then you'll know who you are. But anyway, take care, you wonderful people. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the future. Bye for now.